Oh hey, so it's been a while. How's it going? Thanks for clicking. It's been a while on these old sketchbook commentaries. Left you hanging there. Last time I said I was going to have another one coming up, but it never showed up because the video itself messed up on my cell phone. But hey, whatever. You got me now, and new camera. No more fisheye lens, so we're gonna give this a try, see how it looks. I literally just do these videos so that I can see how the camera operates and make some quick videos with it and stuff. Hopefully we don't get too many. Let's see how loud that is when I do the video. I'm not gonna edit most of this stuff out. So starting right here, we got Godzilla, the real Godzilla, and the American 1998 Roland Emmerich Godzilla fighting. I know it looks like this, the Roland Emmerich Godzilla is winning, but that's not true. He's real Godzilla is charging up his laser breath and his radioactive fire breath, and he's gonna just like blow his head off, and it's gonna be glorious. Don't you worry. If you want to see this fight for real, Godzilla Final Wars, the movie, starring that UFC guy, what's his name? Don Fry, Ultimate Fighter Don Fry. Great movie, super goofy, yes, very, very awesome. Here is a D&D character that I used to play as. His name is Xylo Castor. Xylo was a character from Shiny Force. Castor was one of the twins of Gemini, which I am a Gemini, so I thought that was a cool thing to do. But yeah, I love the fingerless gloves here. I don't know what that's about, but hey, whatever. Whoa, look at the badass over here. Alright, moving on. For some reason I guess I was saving money by drawing on both sides of the page here, so I'm going to start up here with this goblin. I like the way this looks, just the action pose I gave him here. That looks really cool. Then we got the some Nagas, snake men, with their like weirdly jointed arms. And we got a couple of Japanese Oni looking real cool. Yeah. That guy's got 3 eyes. Okay, I believe this is a Tarasque, or my version of a Tarasque. There's a monster manual I used to own as a wee lad that had a really cool drawing of Tarasque, but it didn't have a shell on it. So I was trying to draw that with a shell, because Tarasques are noted for having a shell-like carapace that can reflect even magic spells back at its caster. So yeah, that was my basic idea there. Let's see. Some poorly drawn anti-Australian rhetoric here. How to speak Australian. Crikey, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done. Circumcision is misspelled. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad. This may take some explanation here. You see, there was these commercials for Foster's Australian beer that used to say, you know, how to speak Australian, and then it would have some over-the-top thing, and then describe it, and it's like, you know, this is, you know, a funeral. I don't know. It'd be like some guy blowing a hole in the dirt with dynamite and throwing a dead body in, and it'd be like, how to speak Australian. Funeral. You know, and then everyone looks sad. I don't know. I don't remember any of those commercials specifically, but that was the basic premise. And then there was a guy named the Crocodile Hunter who would do all but pee in the mouths of wild animals and get it get himself circumcised by them. He definitely behaved in a manner which was very risky towards wild animals, and it ended up being his eventual downfall. And apparently I still can't spell, but this was before spell check. Well, no, I take that back. Spell check existed, I just didn't have a computer on me at all times. So, there you go. I'm not sure what this is. Probably just a random gargoyle. I was probably just drawing for fun at this point. No real story behind this. Looks really cool. Looks like one of Disney's gargoyles almost. Very kind of inspired by that. I like the little wing membranes and stuff I did. Crazy tribal tattoos going on. Weird loincloth. Alright, moving on. Wish the camera wasn't so wobbly, but it doesn't help that I'm wiggling it. Alright, this was a character I think I came up with who uses, like, I don't know, he's like a weird, it's almost like Captain Planet, kind of. He's like using the power of the Earth, Mother Earth Gaia's energy in this glaive here, and then I don't know, some kind of like Witchblade inspired stuff on his face and on his body, and then like when he wanted to like power up, he'd turn into this crazy totemic gorilla looking fool and just tear stuff up. Looks kind of like the Cathaga from Relic. It's probably a little bit inspired by that. This was an idea I had for like an Atlantis themed thing I was doing. Like, what if Atlanteans rode dinosaurs instead of horses? I guess I called them Grumalts, but they're basically iguanodons. They're kind of like a dwarf iguanodon that a human being could ride. Dude up there with a big old hat on. And, you know, they could wear armor and stuff. It was a neat idea. Maybe someday I'll resurrect it. Let's see. A couple of random dragons. Got this guy. He's got weird eyeballs on his wings or something. Probably some coloration to attract a mate or something. Maybe this is his mate over here. I don't know. Here's like the hand detail on that like mana warrior guy. I think that might have been his name. Some interesting kind of like body horror going on. It's a neat idea. It's just me exploring stuff. And we have my $50 personal gains. Okay, cool. Maybe I was taking notes for school? No idea. Okay, so I really like the character of Knuckles, the echidna. And here is a theoretical cosplay idea that I made and never got around to actually. This is just, you know, I never actually had this costume, but this was my idea if I wanted to cosplay as Knuckles. Whoo, lad, you were a dork. Okay, moving on. A couple of other D&D characters. This was a ranger I played, and one of the other people I was playing with was a barbarian half-orc, so I drew them probably while we were playing. I was doodling at the time, so. And this is like a weird alien lemur looking dude. There's his eyeballs showing off his nose and his fur. Apparently his legs split in two so he can fly like a leaf on the wind. Looks like a kite monkey or something. I don't know. And his ears stick straight up so he can use them to fly with. Alright, cool. Alright, we're going to start over here. A lot of interesting stuff. Firebrand from the Demon's Crest series. Always a fun one of mine. These are like runes from Demon's Crest. Different types of the crests that you equip to turn into different types of gargoyles. This looks like maybe Scorpion or something from the movie, and he's using both hands. Something, I don't know. Here's Firebrand with the spear. Firebrand is another character I would sneak into D&D. In fact, this may be notes for a D&D campaign. I'm not sure. But yeah. Some more dinosaurs. You know, I love dinosaurs. There's a Spinosaurus, which this is probably around the time Jurassic Park 3 was coming out, or was announced, and we knew that Spinosaurus was going to be in it because he was the logo. We now know that Spinosaurus had much shorter hind legs and probably walked on all fours when he was on land. Spent most of his time in the water, hence the crocodile-like face. We got a couple other dinosaurs down here. There's Ceratosaurus. Looks like an Allosaurus, maybe, or maybe that's an Allosaurus. Hard to tell. We have Dilophosaurus, Cryolophosaurus, and some sort of pterodactyl. I really like the pose on that pterodactyl. Very, I don't know if I took that out of a book and just drew it, or if I just accidentally did that, but that looks really cool. Alright, so some more dinosaurs. This looks like some kind of baryonyx maybe, or just a generic, maybe an Allosaurus. This was Stygimoloch probably, but his mouth opens way too wide to be Stygimoloch. But I don't know, I guess I've always thought Stygimoloch looked really freaking cool. Stygimoloch would be a great name for like a band or something, just Stygimoloch. Or Stygimoloch or something, you know. I think that's how I pronounced it, so I was like, Stygimoloch, yeah. And of course it's named after an actual like demon or whatever. I don't remember the exact story of that demon, but I should mute my phone when I do this. But yeah, it's a Stygimoloch is an actual demon, and then they named a dinosaur after it, and the dinosaur itself is just covered with spikes on the back of his head. He looks super cool. Then we got a weird, almost like anime mascot character down here. Big old long ears that he uses to fly. It's a cute concept. This is more of that Atlantean thing. I was really into Atlantis and reading about Atlantis and what it was, the original texts that they, was it Homer that wrote about him? I don't remember. Somebody very important in ancient Greece wrote about Atlantis, and that led a lot of people to think that Atlantis was probably a real place, but it's not clear whether or not it was, or whether or not Atlantis, the story of Atlantis, was just some sort of cautionary tale against empires and all that stuff. But I have the Wall of Copper, the Wall of Iron, and the Wall of I believe it's Arrow-Kaiken or Arrow-Hauken. Arrow-Hauken, of course, is the metal that was like the wealth of Atlantis that allowed them to be more advanced than anyone else. And then, of course, I thought Atlantis had dinosaurs in it, so that's this next page. And how they use dinosaurs as beasts of burden. Maybe they climbed up inside of this thing here and flew around in hey, yeah. This one's kind of like a weird mutant with like jets on him or something. Yeah, he's got jets on his wings and crazy like vehicle passenger compartment back there, and it's like accordioned out like a bus so that he can bend down. That's, I don't know, I was always thinking of weird stuff like that. I think I was big on, so you know, every now and then I get a kick out of just drawing different D&D races. I'll just get hooked on it. So I was drawing halflings, and because I was kind of obsessed with ElfQuest, I would draw halflings with did I do it on this one? Yeah. I would draw them with 3 fingers and a thumb instead of 4 fingers and a thumb, because I thought it was cool. And it was a way for people to kind of play as the elves from ElfQuest. So there you go. There's another little halfling standing up to a portly dad bod looking dude right there. That is Xylo, of course, but Xylo is not a halfling. He is a human, so I don't know why I drew him so small. Maybe I was just doodling. Some half-finished drawings. Looks like we got Godzilla. Was going to be Godzilla here. We got the cartoony version of Angulus, and we got another Godzilla right here. I think Godzilla 2000 Millennium was either coming out or was just announced, and that was kind of the outline of the Godzilla at that time. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Leave it at another Godzilla picture, and I will pick this back up at some point when I need to test a new piece of equipment, or who knows, maybe I'll just go ahead and start making these a regular thing. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get us a little sneak peek of what's next. Ooh, what's that? Ooh. See you next time.